A new windshield and no tint? We can't be having that. So this is what we're gonna do about it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Wayne from Fade to Black. Now we got a couple of things going on here. Now, if you saw my previous video, a few minutes from Fade to Black, about some of the things I need to get done, well, I talked about needing to get the windshield replaced in this Impala. Well, I got it replaced the other day by Bartlett Auto Glass over in Appleton, Fox Valley. If you guys need to get a replacement, and also they recommend people to me, so hey, guys, I greatly appreciate you guys for hooking me up and helping me out. Now, they got the windshield replaced in this. After having a windshield in your vehicle for 3 years that's tinted, when you get rid of it, it is a night to day difference. And I guess I did realize how much of a drastic difference it was gonna be, but it's been so long and I'm used to driving vehicles with fully tinted windshields. As soon as I pulled this out of their shop, it just hit me. So here's some footage from that. So I just had this windshield replaced. It is so bright and shiny. This is not gonna stay this way long because I was not squinting this much before I had this windshield done. Check it out. So I know a lot of people usually think of window tint and they think of the darkness, but one of the things that I want you guys to think about is the heat. Now, as I'm driving this car directly into the sunlight, I can feel the sun just making my hand warm. And it's also coming through the windshield and making my whole upper body just warm, and of course it's making it uncomfortable. Now, of course, I could turn the temperature up, or turn the temperature down, I'm sorry, in the vehicle, making the vehicle cooler inside, but as like I said before, the sun is still just beating down on everything inside the car, just making the ride just way more uncomfortable. So that's one of the things I want you guys to think about. So when I do this windshield again in ceramic like I had previously, I'm gonna use ceramic film, will reject that heat away. And it just lets me to be able to control the temperature inside this vehicle a lot better. The sun, the heat from the sun is not just penetrating into the interior of the car. So it just helps to keep this interior a lot more comfortable, and I can control the temperature inside other than the sun just beating inside, making everything warm. All right, so we got a couple things going on here. Number one, no tint on this new windshield. And number two, glassparency. Now, I've been clearing glassparency for a while now. And for those of you that don't know what it is, I'll leave a link down below. It basically seals all the pores in your glass and just creates a hydrophobic surface. Now, I've had it done on this Impala for months now, and going through the winter months, driving around with the rain, man, I'm telling you, the rain just beads right off. It is incredible. I drove this and it rained on me a day after I got the windshield done, and the rain and the water just stuck right to the windshield. I was using my wipers like crazy, trying to see. At times it was very hard to see, so I definitely can tell the difference of having glassparency on my windshield and not having it. So it's a new windshield that needs to get put on, but right now I'm just gonna focus on getting the tint. I got everything already laid in. I got the soak shield, I got the tint prepped on the glass, and I have my dash towel. Now, one of the things, I'm gonna do something a little different this time. I'm used to doing 50% on most of my windshields, but this time I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna do 40%. I never have installed 40% on my personal vehicles. I usually always recommend my customers do 50% because I don't want it to be too dark. Now, I realize this is closer over to the 35% spectrum, but I think I'm gonna change it up, give it a try, and see what it looks like. Now, for me, if I wanna replace it, I can just remove it. But for the customers, it's something that they're gonna have on their vehicles for a while. So I always wanna try to make sure I don't go too dark, because I would hate for someone to have something too dark. But you know how it is over time, you kind of get used to having something in your windshield. I got used to the 50%. I don't want to go back to 35% because 35% is dark. I had it in the past, but this time, let's try 40% on the Impala. I know it's gonna make it look mean, and I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to see. So we'll do a little change and see how it goes. So right now, man, hang out with me. Let's get this windshield installed in the Impala. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I got the windshield all shrunk out. What I like to do is always just wet underneath the film so I can just go back and tighten up the shrink, especially on the corners and on the bottom edges. So I laid some solution underneath the film. I'll just go back and slowly heat really well and just make sure the film just gets tightened up so I don't have any fingers or anything like that once I install the film on the inside of the vehicle. So that's just something I like to do. It's an extra couple minutes it takes us to make sure that the film is really shrunk well all around the edges, and then we're ready to go. So now I already cleaned the inside of the glass, just so you guys know. I'm just gonna go ahead and install it and we'll be good to go. so I finished up the install. It went really well. I know this is my own personal vehicle, but I think the install came out really well. I'll show you guys a little walk around footage of it. I'll take it outside. It's not a really crazy sunny day, but it's pretty bright outside. So I'll take you outside to show what it looks like in the daylight. Now, like I said before, this is 40% ceramic film, so it's gonna reject the heat. First looks, it doesn't look to be that much darker than the 50%, but it should be. It gives it a nice smoke look. Like I can still see the seat right now from this distance looking inside. I do have a brown kind of like peanut butter interior, so I can still see that from looking here, but it definitely adds that smoked out look, which I like, and it will help just reject that sun, make it easier on the eyes, reduce the glare. So that's what I'm so used to with this car, and I gotta have it back. So once you get used to it, it's hard to go without it. So no, I think it looks really well. I'm gonna take it outside. I'll show you guys what it looks like out in the daylight, and that's a wrap. All right, so I got the windshield installed. This one's done. I still have to do glass transparency, but I'll do that and later on at a different date. But that's 40% windshield on the Impala. Man, thanks for watching. Give this video a like if you like the content. Smash that subscribe button, hit that bell so you do not miss any notifications. And I'll be back with another video when I get a chance. Peace.